Good morning, Deborah Smith with DD Logistics. I just wanted to come to you guys this morning really quick to talk to you about a lot of the fraud that is currently going on in the industry. I just received this really cool magazine, Inbound Logistics. You guys should definitely subscribe to this. It is all of 2024 supply chain issues. There's so much you can learn. I mean, it's a nice thick book, but it made me think in my mind that I should share two effective websites that can help you to stop carrier and broker fraud. Because we all know, honestly, that you should be vetting a carrier before you work with them. That's checking their COI, that is checking the phone number that they called from, what kind of maintenance do they have on their trucks and their vehicles, which is extremely important because if a driver has multiple hits where they constantly are pulled over for cell phone or they're not using their blinker, it's not the end all be all, but you as the broker get to make that decision based on your own experience. I've seen carriers who have had multiple issues with tires. Just think about that. Like every time you turn around the tread on a tire in the last 6 months, it's happened over 10 to 12 times. Do you really want a carrier to take your freight that is going to call you an hour later and say, we've had a flat tire or the flap is missing or what kind of issues? Those are issues you don't want to deal with because that is how you can potentially lose a customer if you have a carrier that is not reliable. You might not lose a customer, but if you vet a carrier properly, then you will not have to have these issues, and things happen in logistics. The term logistics equals challenges. Things are going to happen. It is up to you to vet properly and to be upfront about the things that are going on a daily basis with your customers. They depend on you for that. So the first one, and I'm going to make another video and I'm going to share my screen with these two that I'm going to tell you about. One is the Safer FMC Company Snapshot. Search that into Google. It will tell you the carrier's address, their phone number. It will tell you their compliance score, how many times their vehicles have been towed, how many fatal accidents they have, their out of service percentage, which is extremely important. Every time the DOT will pull somebody over on the side of the road, they will do an inspection. You will hear the term inspection a lot. They will do an inspection. And if there is an OOS, which is an out of service, that truck must be taken off the road and can no longer come back on the road until those issues are fixed. So I always look at out of service percentages, and it'll tell you the national average. But, like I said, it's up to you. It's not the end all be all. Like personally, I do not work with carriers who have fatal numbers. If they were in an accident and somebody was hurt in that accident and it caused a death, I will not work with that carrier. I don't care how good their out of service score is. I don't care how many inspections they had. I will not work with a carrier who has a fatal on their record. That is me. That is my brokerage. For you, it could be different. So Safer FMCSA Company Snapshot, please look that up while you're vetting your carriers. That is extremely important. After you do that, on the company snapshot, you can see the MC and you can see the DOT. Copy and paste that DOT, and you're going to come over to something called the SMS website. It stands for Safety Measurement System. That is going to give you a deeper intel on what is really going on. Why are they being pulled over? How many drivers do they have that have drug and alcohol abuse? How many times have they been pulled over for medical issues? How many times have they had a flat tire in the last year? It's going to give you a specific look at this carrier. If that carrier has gotten pulled over multiple times for brake leaks, not using their signal, driving, 10 to 15 miles over the speed limit, it is not the end all be all. Like I said, it is your decision if you want to continue to work with that carrier or not. Now, I'm going to tell you the carriers that I don't work with. If you have a drug and alcohol hit on your safety measurement score, I am going to look at that and I am going to decline doing any kind of business with you. I have the freight, I can build the relationship all day long, but if you're in your truck and you're getting hit with drug and alcohol issues and tickets by the DOT, you will not be in business for long. So that is one thing that I look at. I will not work with carriers who have fatals on their record, and I will not work with a carrier who has drug and alcohol abuse on their record. I just won't. That is my system, that is my standard, and I will always stick by that. I've had drivers explain to me, well, I hired a guy, he had issues when he got pulled over. That's something that you have to clean up as a business owner, and there's nothing that I can do moving forward. Because if that happens to me in a situation with my customer, that can cause more issues down the line. I love the company Snapshot and I love the SMS system. Please search these into Google when you are hiring or booking a carrier to move any kind of freight for you, because the carrier can determine your relationship with your customer. And that is extremely important. If you want to hold a customer and keep them close, it is up to you as the broker to vet these carriers properly. You have to. Safety measurement system. Safer FMCSA, company Snapshot. The next video that you see from me will be a screen share of both of these, and I will discuss more in detail about the things that we just talked about, because I feel like I should go more in depth with this specific topic, because it is a hot topic in the industry, between scamming with brokers, scamming with carriers. It happens more on the carrier side, double brokering, but I feel like other people in the industry, other brokers should be aware that you can stop this. You don't have to put yourself in a situation where you're going to be double brokered or scammed. We put our all into these businesses. I love my business with all my heart. I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I could potentially lose a customer. Has it happened before? Absolutely. I've made so many mistakes to get here till this day to share this with you. I have made so many mistakes, and that's why I'm here today on my channel to explain to you that don't let it happen to you. And if it does, you suck it up and you move forward. Okay? So please remember to live, laugh, load, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.